Good morning, girls. I'll continue with the same topic, electric motor, in the chapter magnetic effect of electric current. Right, in the previous week, children, I told you what is electric motor, what are the different parts of electric motor, and what is the working principle of electric motor. Now we'll quickly revise that, and you know that this is a diagram which is shown here. Electric motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, right? Then it has various parts which we are going to discuss. What is the working principle? The working principle of electric motor is when the current carrying coil or when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, the force act on it. Okay, and the force which is acting on it can be taken out. The direction of the force can be taken out by the Fleming's left hand rule. Right, the same thing we are going to apply in the electric motor also. Now, you know that the motor consists of the two strongly poles. In between the poles, we have a coil, ABCD coil, which is a rectangular coil, right? Now, attached to this coil, there is an axle. Axle is shown here, right? Then the coil is connected to the two split rings, right? This two split rings are placed in such a way that the axle passes through in between the split rings, and then there are two brushes are named here X and Y. Why? These brushes actually help the current to flow from the battery to the coil. Okay, so what is this? There are two magnets, north and south, opposite poles. In between the poles there is a rectangular coil ABCD. Then attached to this, there are two split rings. Split rings are actually halves of the two rings, and they are placed in such a way, they are attached in such a way that the axle passes in between or through it, and there are brushes X and Y which allow the current to flow from the battery to the coil. Okay, so this is the structure, or we can say that this is the components of the electric motor. Now, what happens when the current flows? Now, when the connections are complete, the current starts flowing from the positive terminal, enters X, and then enters A, B, C, B to C, C to D, D to back to Y. What is Y? X and Y are what? Brushes, and then go back to the negative terminal. So the whole connections are complete, the circuit is complete, and the current flows. Now you know that this current carrying coil is placed in a magnetic field. So definitely the force will act on this coil. Yes, the force will act on this coil. Now how can you find the direction of the force acting on this coil? We can find the direction by Fleming's left hand rule. So you know that when I make the direction of the current at AB, it is upwards, right, in this, and this is downwards, right? So definitely when the direction of the current is different at these two ends, the direction of the force will also differ. Okay, now when the direction of the force we find out by Fleming's left hand rule, we see that at AB the direction of the force is downwards, and at CD the direction of the force is upwards. Now actually what is the thing is, suppose this I take it as the coil, right? This is a rectangular coil. Now actually this coil is not placed like what I've made on the board. It is placed horizontally. It is not placed like this. Any electric motor is placed like this. So if I consider that this part is the AB part of the coil and here this is a CD part of the coil. So when the current is entering from the what? From the battery to this end, the direction of the current is inward. Okay, and here the direction of the current is outward. And what is the direction of the magnetic field? Magnetic field is from north to south. So what is happening when the force is applied at this end, that is AB end, the Fleming's, according to this Fleming's left hand rule, when we find the direction of the force at AB, the direction comes out to be downwards. And when we apply the same rule this side, that is CD part, we see that the direction is upwards. So what happens when the force is acting in the opposite directions? The coil starts rotating, and the rotation of the coil begins from AB moving downward, CD going upward. Then in the this is half. Then in the second half, what happens? The CD part comes this side and AB part this side, and now AB goes up and CD comes down. So that means this rotation keeps on taking place. Okay, so as you can understand that AB first goes down, CD goes up. When CD goes up, what happens is in the second half, that is in the rotation, this goes down and AB comes up. So definitely this coil keeps on rotating. When the coil keeps on rotating, that means what is happening? The electrical energy or the current which we supplied here has now changed the coil into motion. It has brought into motion, and we can say that the electrical energy has converted into mechanical energy. Okay, and this helps the appliances to work. As I told you that electric motors are fitted in fans, washing machine, mixer grinders. So obviously when we switch on the motor or when we switch on the washing machine, the motor works and it sets it into, means it works, and that means it is rotating. The coil inside is actually rotating and the electric current is getting converted into mechanical energy. Okay, so this is how the electric motor works. That means when the current is supplied, the current supplied goes to the coil, and then the force acting on AB and the CD part of the coil can be taken out by the Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, and then because the direction of the currents are different at these two ends, the direction of the force will also be different, and the direction of the force can be taken out by Fleming's left hand rule. And when we take out the rule, according to the rule, when we take out the direction of the force, we come to know that one end will move down, the other end will go up, and this is how the coil keeps on rotating. And when the coil keeps on rotating, what happens? The